for me, one of the best ways to get out of my head and back into the moment. I mean, this isn't news, but I think it really works. You pay attention to, you let your attention come back into your body, into your senses. And so you're aware of your surroundings, you're aware of what you hear and smell. And it sounds sort of duh, but I think that there's a, for a whole host of reasons, we might feel that draw to be up in our heads watching our lives unfold. Afraid of what's to come, or looking forward to get better once this happens, or this, I wish I could go back and change that. And time is fluid, so it's not like the present moment doesn't hold tinges of everything that's to come and everything that's been. But to reground in, the smell of the incense or the tangerine you're eating, or the slant of light coming in through the window. I've been very this morning, kind of busy trying to figure out a lot of stuff. And I welcome the chance to just slow down and smell the roses. Four of Cups. Well, that's a slow down. I mean, Four of Cups can have the meaning of regret or whatever, but here it's a person in a full lotus, surrounded by lotus. This spiritual opening that's sort of outside time. And this person is, their chakras are aligning. Their energy, particularly around connection, is no longer blocked because they're quieting down and letting the feelings, from this big cup, from the big self, from the big energies of the universe, letting it flow into our daily lives in this minor arcana way. We put ourselves in alignment with love, baby, that's love. All you need is love. Page of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles in this deck. And I think it's so that when we re-enter life, we taste Pentacles, we taste it, we touch it, we're there in our bodies, our Pentacles energy, our corporate bodies. And we could obviously in both places at once, but this feeds this. What's that mean? This feeds this. Well, Nine of Pentacles. And there we are in our own lives. Nine of Pentacles, nine, speak to the personal. Here I am. Good in my own skin, knowing myself to a degree, but knowing that I change and grow. Here I am. It's an acceptance of life, I think. Of oneself, one's circumstance, and not like passive, like I accept anything, I have nothing to do with this. No, you have everything to do with this. It's like you are the lotus flower of creation, out of the belly of, out of the navel of, I don't know my Hindu mythologies very well, but out of the navel grows the lotus flower. It opens, and then it closes, and then it goes back in, and then it comes back out, and it opens, and then it closes. It's like the breath of the universe, coming into creation, going out of creation, but always on some fundamental level, I'm here. you know, what we do, living our daily lives and just putting one foot in front of the other in an authentic way is such a heroic act. I mean, don't underestimate what you have to offer the world. Matters. Pentacles energy. You know, what you do in 3D, your gift to the world, your gift to the world. Eight of Wands, under Four of Cups. I think something that you discover in this meditative place, you're able to communicate. Is a card of communication back and forth. Like you're in conversation with the 3D world and the beyond place, and you're able to communicate that. Like a foot in both worlds. What's that mean, a foot in both worlds? Six of Wands. You know, this is like reaching for the stars. It's a card of effort. Wands can be, you know, I'm going to focus on something and do it. I'll reach for the star. I'll find success. I think that's sort of that thing I just said about it's a heroic effort. You know, to believe in your own life, in your own self, in your own life, and to offer it back to the world, some authentic piece of yourself. And that opens the way for this energetic exchange between you and somebody else, or, you know, the people around you, and between you and the universe. It's like this energy's meeting at this epicenter, or this still point, or this God is an energy whose center is everywhere and circumference is nowhere, or something. I probably said it backwards, but it's the idea that center is everywhere. Oh, bugger. We got this in the members reading. It's a card of holding back or holding on. You know, somebody may be gathering their strength to, you know, their wand's energy, their power to talk, to communicate. And it's kind of like, what's it called when you don't have a running start, you just have to you know, here's the standstill, the hold back, the hold on, and here's the leap forward. Wands are directional, you know, going for it, summoning your life force energy and making this leap kind of outside the box, outside the security, outside the comfort zone. But it's not into a place of isolation, it's into this place of energetic communion or communication. It opens up paths of communication. Oh, wow. On Eight of Wands, Nine of Swords. That's, you know, that's a place where the mind is so fearful. The person is fearful, questioning everything, you know, and it's sword energy, so it ought to be about clarity and communication, but something has this person just up in their head, like questioning everything. Maybe they're gonna take a leap of faith. You know, it's like the Fool card. It's fire energy. Fool is Aries. It's not a running start. It's almost like having to, well, and there's worry about where will this land me? You know, this leap of faith. What will other people think, maybe? This person is worried about what other people will think. But they're going to do it, one's energy anyway. Because it's moving out of the head. Remember, we started with that out of the head business. You know, right now, for somebody, the message coming to themselves, 9 cards speaking to the personal, coming to themselves from their own brain is like, be afraid, be very afraid. You know, I mean, I'm not mocking it because I'm afraid a lot of the time, and I think we all are, but there's this sense of like, it's not going to stop me. From connection, from doing this, from the conversation, you know, honest, putting it out there conversation. You know, no more sort of isolation up in the head. Come back into the body, the Pentacles energy. Here I am, in life, grateful to be alive. Grateful to be alive. You know, with all its fears and worries and whatever, yes, I'll accept that. That's part of me. You may be having a conversation with somebody that steers away from a lot of, well, let's see. 4 of Pentacles steers away from a lot of, well, this is the Hierophant. Can be higher power, away from anxiety, toward the kind of core self at the center of the maze, who you discover, who you know, really are, air quotes. But that's earth energy. It's a card of Taurus and says this. Discover who you really are. Know yourself and grow. You know, grow yourself, know yourself. I wasn't here yesterday because I was sick, and I find on the other side of being sick, you know, when I'm back on my feet, from whatever took me down, temporarily, Pentacles speak to time. When I come back, kind of, you know, get back on my stumpers and back into my life and looking around me and, you know, fully drinking it in, I have so much energy that's released, that was pent up, or, you know, and I think we need to rethink what it is to be sick. My energy was just elsewhere. And as soon as I can get back into my life, I mean, you know, it's like hit the ground running. There's not a, what did I keep saying? There's not a working up to it. There's a way where plop, we're just back in our life. And grateful for it. It's like, thank you, life. You know? Princess of Pentacles, thank you. Thank you for this gift. And in 4 of Pentacles, you know, we have the swan kind of trapped in the walled in place, and there we have the bird at the center of the maze. Higher power sets us free. It's trying to all the time, and it may be terrifying sometimes. But this one's getting the big download, you see. My connection to higher power, to the divine within, to the divine in earth energy. Here I am. You know, I'm a creature and I'm a creator, both. And it's kind of in this loop. We're not standing apart from creation. We're part of creation. On Four of Cups, please, Five of Cups. Well, I think in part it's this Four of Cups contemplation of connection, Cups energy, and of what we've lost. And understanding that we may have been focusing on these spilled cups, while, you know, right on either side of us, we're bracketed by Two of Cups. And, you know, these are all spilling out, but look, I mean, the sun is coming out, you know, in both images. New day, new connections, new understanding of what it means to connect and how to do it. But it's not like thinking about it all the time. This is the card of connection, the conversation, the energy back and forth. On Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Can be considered a card of being stuck, Eight of Swords, but here it's finding a way out. Up in the head, overthinking, I'm gonna get out of here. You know, but it's thinking about it, it's projecting it forward. I think that this Nine of Pentacles person has figured out, has thought that, I mean, it's sort of ironic, but they've thought their way out of the trap. You know, they were all kind of hemmed in by these questions or self-doubt. Nine speaking to the personal. You know, what do I trust? I don't know. I doubt myself. I doubt everything about everything around me. Liberation. I see things in a new way. I know who I am. I am the universe. I'm the universal creative life force. I am an example, a living example of Hierophant is also a teacher. My life is an example. I think you're teaching, I mean, you know, this message just comes in again and again and again. You're a teacher. Your life is an example. You know, your growth, your authenticity. And from that place, you're connecting with other people and with the divine, because you know it's inside of you. God isn't out there somewhere judging us or, you know, lecturing us or you know, demanding that we tick certain boxes, or it's inside. And I say that again and again. It sounds like such a cliche, but I think if you can, I mean, me too, tap into it, open to the ineffable. You don't lose yourself, you kind of find yourself. It's in you, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. You know, the anxiety and the doubt about that can be left behind. It's in the past. We felt that way at one point. But now there's this recognition of the potential for renewed connection with the world. Go for it. Your own kind of creative power is pulling you in that direction. Wands speak to direction. on the Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. In the direction of the new beginning. Grounded, real. All these pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Hierophant? That's pretty powerful. And again, something about your life is the example. You're kind of holding a door open for yourself and for other people. The door was never shut, but perhaps somebody thought it was. On Princess of Pentacles, Emperor. It's kind of like, I know what to do. Emperor, I'll take control of this. You know, my realm is the world. But this is a humble energy, and this, Emperor can be, it's divine masculine energy. And again, we have these opposites with this. So it's kind of like big boss energy, but there's also a humility in Page of Pentacles. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm part of it. Somewhere in my psyche is this deep boss energy that maybe now I'm able to tap into. The Ace card, tap in and pew. I think maybe you've been hiding your light under a bushel, that you've been playing small in some way. You have both humility and great power. You don't have to hide your light under a bushel. I think that's a biblical, I don't know where it is in the Bible, but it's the idea of just like dimming yourself, allowing other people or other ideas or, your own insecurities or fears to dim your own light. The universe doesn't want you to dim your own light, because I think you're also lighting the way for other people. And I sort of feel like, sorry, like, no pressure, but that's who you are. You're a representative in 3D of the spirit realm. We all are. It's just, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it, Wands energy? You're like shepherding other people who are afraid. We're all afraid, but somehow you're facing it. You're taking control. You're owning it. Taking action, right? That masculine energy of action taking. On Emperor, please. Chariot. Well, one of the things Emperor is doing, like you're prioritizing, what I'm going to do is move forward in a balanced way. Emperor is a 4 card. That's very stable energy. And this is stable emotionally. Not being all living in anger or all living in lovey-dovey or, I'm always scared or I'm never scared, or this is emotional balance in the psyche. Could be divine masculine. Has found emotional balance through some sort of meditative practice. the divine masculine within you now knows how to take control of the chariot. There is this guy in the middle. It's almost hard to see. You see the two drawing the chariot, but there is somebody with a kind of loose grip on the reins, headed in quickly. You know, there's sudden forward movement here. What's that about? Personal truth. It's personal truth, but it's also kind of a universal truth. King of Wands. In Emperor energy. Is it King? Yes. No, it's Knight. Well, this is considered fast forward movement on the deepest level, you know, deep at the core. There's this truth, there's this new enlightenment, and then forward movement in the energy of Emperor. Also fast. Somebody may have suddenly arrived at a truth that sent them in a new direction, and wands are directional, and I see this sometimes as the compass needle, you know, that magnetic pull. Suddenly having a sense of direction and going for it. There's been a liberation. Somebody's liberated. Okay, tell me about Hierophant, please. 5 of Pentacles. In that same earth energy, somebody who's been kind of on a lonely quest. And you know, it's a lonely quest, but look, they're out in the cold kind of with their spirit animal, and look at this enormous pentacle, this star shape in the sky. You know, you're not deserted. Your higher power is always at your side, always within reach. In your darkest hour, there it is, shining brightly, guiding you. All of us, the collective, finding our way, finding the path, and we're really not alone. We're not. But sometimes in our hour of need, or you know, when we feel up against it or whatever, ironically, that's when this shines the brightest. The guides come in to that apparent void, that 5 of Pentacles, place of lack and insecurity. And it's kind of like, we're guided. Okay. Hangman, card of Pisces. Something's moving into Pisces. Can't remember what. I think it's Pluto. I don't know. I'm such a... This is seeing things from a new perspective, emotionally. That Cups energy of Pisces. Where did we have that before? Cups energy of Chariot, Cancer. Forward movement with this compass needle. It's accelerating. You know, the destination becomes clearer. Aquarian energy, we can see it now, perhaps from a different perspective. You know, if we were in a time of suspension because we were growing and processing things, kind of from the dreamscape, it illuminated the path. I saw it, but I'm going to take it. Yeah, it's Lovers. It illuminated the path. This is a card of knowing. Sword energy, recognition, seeing. And it's the two sides of ourselves, and it's some other important relationship. Both. Yin yang, balance, recognition of it has that sword image. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a kind of light coming down between these two. There's the light again. It's recognition. It's knowing mentally and in the deepest core self what we feel, how to be guided out of the dark toward connection. It's auspicious. I think perhaps both parties, both are kind of on the same path now. They're in accord. Their feelings are aligning. They're recognizing the importance of this relationship. Both people, and they've looked at it from a different perspective. In their darkest hour, they saw the light, which sounds sort of like a, I don't know, fortune cookie. This is where it leads us. Toward the new beginning. Leaping toward the new beginning. The star, the star. The star. The guides will help us here. They're very much involved in this circumstance. You're at the wheel, 9 of Pentacles. You're good on your own, but you're also fully present for this kind of relationship. And I think there's somebody else who's present for it now. Divine Masculine. Somebody said once that Divine Masculine is the sort of leader in 3D. Divine Feminine is the leader in the spirit realm. But you're both pulling for it now. Both of you. We have on the board Gemini in the Lovers, Aries in the Emperor, Pisces in Hanged One, Aquarius in the Star, Taurus in Hierophant. That's it. Cancer in Chariot. So let's go forth with courage. Leap toward life. I'll see you next time.